It's actually the first time I've ever got the opportunity to interview him. He's one of those artists that literally just never actually left. Meaning, he had hits with 3 6 Mafia, then he had a phenomenal, I thought it was one of the funniest TV shows MTV ever had. And then, you know, he's kind of like buzzing on Twitter, still put out mixtapes by our local guy, Lex Luger. So he was always still around. And the next thing you know, when people said that he signed the Taylor Gang and Wiz Khalifa, you're like, that just makes sense. And then, next thing you know, they say he was in an apartment in D.C., and he makes a record called Bands Make Her Dance, and here he is with a top 20 record on the radio, Juicy J. How's that feel?
Man, I'm blessed, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, everything's going good, man. It's cash pouring in like it never before, so hey, I can't complain, man.
Now, do you feel that way? Do you feel like you had that cult following where, you know, 3 6 Mafia has been around, 3 6 Mafia has been around since I was in high school.
Yeah.
Came around, y'all started buzzing around the same time Bone Thugs was out and all that.
Yeah.
But you guys have always stayed relevant somehow. And I don't mean that in a bad way, meaning you didn't really need radio. You were putting out singles for radio, but people still love 3 6. And then when Juicy J kind of went his own separate way, not because of Bad Blood, just doing your own thing, people still talked about you. Like, people were still boogieing you for shows. You were still doing mixtapes. Did you feel like, wow, I really organically have a fan base?
Yeah, I always thought that, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the fan base pretty much never left. They were just waiting on some good music to be put out, and that's what I did. I put out good music, and then they was like, yo, what up?
Yeah.
Now, and I got new fans too. I got fans that don't even know nothing about it.
That's what I'm saying. You guys, I was just telling you off the air, I'll be at a club DJing, and white girls will come on and be like, can you play Bands Make Her Dance? Which I guarantee you, they know the 3 6 records. They just haven't put 2 and 2 together yet.
Yeah.
So you have built a new fan base. Now, the new album, let's talk about that. Do we have a solid date? I know it's probably 2013, but do you have a date?
Not really, man. I got a record. A couple of records I'm putting out to the streets, and I'm just gonna you know, I'm gonna roll some dice with it. Just see what happens, man. You know what I'm saying? Then I
keep building the buzz from bands.
Yeah, keep building. Yep. Because I feel like I got a lot to prove as a solo artist. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are just not, you know, finding out about me as a solo artist. So I think I got like a couple more records to put out just to show them that, you know, I'm here to stay.
Right. You're just not gonna put out this stripper record.
It's not just
not just a stripper record. You actually have records.
Yeah, I got serious records, man. Lots of serious records.
Now, how did you? Lex Luger's been in our studio numerous times. He literally lives 15 minutes up the street. Yeah. How did you link with him? Give us the backstory. Like, I know because Lex been telling me, but I always like filling people in on the backstory.
Yeah, I met Lex Luger on Twitter, man. When I first heard that record he did for Rick Ross, that Big Meats record.
Yeah, the BMF.
Yeah, when I first heard that, somebody had hit me on Twitter. It was like, yo, man, you gotta hear this record. Somebody like hit me on Twitter. You gotta hear this record by Rick Ross, and I was producing named Lex Luger, man. It sounded like some old school 666 Mafia stuff.
Yeah.
So when I heard it, I was like, wow, this beat is incredible. So I hit him on Twitter. I was like, yo, man, send me some beats, you know. And we became friends after that, like the best of friends. And we did a couple of mixtapes together, and things just blew up.
Yeah, that's how. When I think of a Lex Luger, there's only 3 artists that pop in my head. You know, the Rick Ross, Waka Flocka, and Juicy J. Yeah. So when Juicy J comes out with a mixtape, whatever, it's almost like you're guaranteed to hear Lex. Now, are you still going to keep that formula for the album and for like major releases also?
I'm still, man. Lex is my homie, man. That's like my little brother, man. I'm definitely gonna have him on my album and anything else I do. And you know, I might drop a new song tomorrow, whatever. Day after tomorrow, Lex will definitely be on. You know, have some production on there.
Now let's talk about that freedom. A lot of people, you've been in the game a long time.
Yeah.
Where labels pick and choose singles, or they try to. They pick and choose what artist is on the features.
Yeah.
And they try to kind of mold you into what they think radio and the masses want to hear.
Yeah.
You seem like now you're in a position where, you still sign to a label, so you still have to somewhat do a little bit, but at the same time, you're dropping mixtapes like there's no tomorrow. Do you feel a little more freedom because you've proven your history, or do you just feel like freedom because you're like, hell, what are they going to do to me?
I mean, like, I just don't try, I can't wait on nobody, man, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this myself. I built this myself, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I'm going to deliver. So, like, if I put something out, it's going to be good. Like Bands That Make a Dance, I put it out on Twitter, and it popped on the Billboard charts on its own.
Of course.
And then all of a sudden, you know, the label backed it up. So, I mean, like, I got confidence in myself. I know music. I'm a producer first. I mean, like, hopefully one day, like, my goal is to, like, run Columbia Records one day, you know what I'm saying? I want to be, like, over the urban department. and really,
it's not far-fetched. I mean, you got everyone from Jeezy being A&R to label to, you know, Jay-Z was the president of Def Jam, so it's not so far-fetched.
Yeah, so I want to be the president over the A&R department. I want to really, you know, shake things up over there. I want to make things happen. I want to bring in some new talents, some new people, and you know, just really show them how it's supposed to be done. Because I mean, I've been doing music for over 20 years, and I know it. I got an Academy Award, I got other awards, so I'm good.
I think, yeah, I'm glad you brought the Academy Award, because I know you probably get asked a question all the time about
It's all good.
36 Mafia, what's going on.
It's a big accomplishment.
But when y'all got that award, and y'all were genuinely happy, like,
Yeah.
it was real. There was no fakeness. It was almost like when Tyler, the Creator, won Best New Artist for the VMAs. You guys were so happy. We made a joke on the radio and said, from this day forward, they can walk into any restaurant in LA, any club, and they have that damn award and say, look what we've done. I mean, did you feel that? Did you feel like that this wasn't supposed to happen, and it happened for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I still feel like that right today. Even like Bands That Make a Dance, I feel like that wasn't supposed to happen because I just released that on Twitter and it just blew up. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like, you know, hey man, good things happen to good people, and if you know, work hard, play hard, you know what I'm saying.
And the fans are there, and
it
you
definitely will happen. You know what I'm saying. You grind and put in your all. It definitely will happen, man. So that's what I've been doing, grinding. So you know, it's all good.
Now,
I'm enjoying it all.
Juicy J's in the studio. He's on Twitter. Go ahead and shout your Twitter because I know you're heavy on Twitter. So
at the real Juicy J, hit me on Twitter, and my website is thejuicyj.com. I got trippy merch, all kinds of merchandise.
Now, before I got two more things before I let you go. One is the album is slated for 2013, so we'll keep an eye on that. Bands That Make Dances, you know, doing well on the chart, so you're good there. You're doing shows. You're on this, you know, the Wiz Khalifa tour that's sold out. You know, you're with the Taylor Gang. You got all this going on. Is there going to be another 36 Mafia album?
Man, you know, it's up to Sony, man. Like, they shelved that group, man. You know what I'm saying? Being real, they put that group on the shelf. So, you know, until they cut that big $10 million check, then, you know, it's up to them, man. Like I said.
But here's the thing, Juice. Like, you know that people, no one ever turned their back on 36. Like, they actually had a fan base. They actually were putting out records. They could actually come today to this area and do a show and sell it out. Because people organically, like I said with you as a solo artist, organically liked 36.
Yeah.
So, I know you get asked that question all the time. I know it probably gets annoying, but once you become head A&R, make that happen then. Like get that album out because people want to hear it. People still think that you guys can still put out records.
I mean, hey, man, I'm still putting out records. It's going down. I mean, like, of course, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, look, man, like I said, you grind, you can do anything, man. I mean, if they give me that position, man, you know, I haven't came to nobody yet, but I'm hopefully they'll give me that position, man. I want to be the president over there, over Urban, you know what I'm saying?
And my last
president or whatever, you know.
My last question before I let you go, the MTV show you guys had, I don't know how many years ago, it was probably one of the funniest shows MTV ever did. Yeah. Because it showed a totally different side of you guys. Yeah. Now, I can't remember the guy's name, but the guy that always wore the cowboy hat.
Yeah,
Now, is everything cool with, I mean, do you still speak to all those guys? Cause,
yeah, everything's still great, man, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, those were like your guys, like you've known the guys for years, and then the TV show goes off, but I didn't know how that was. I didn't know if you guys like still kept in contact, because you're busy. Everyone has their own life. I mean, there's guys that are best men at my weddings that I don't speak to because just get busy, but is everything still cool with that?
Everything's still great, man, you know what I'm saying? We just got inducted into the Memphis Hall of Fame, 36 Mafia did, and Computer actually was there. I wasn't there, but my cousin was there to get my award, and my mom and my dad was there because I was on the road doing the shows. But Computer was there, you know what I'm saying? Computer came to one of my shows probably like 3 months ago.
Right, so everything's love.
Everything's still love, yeah.
Juicy J's in the studios. Album's coming out 2013. He's on the Wiz Khalifa show. That's tonight. That's sold out. And I lied to you, so I have one more question. Memphis, it's, you know, I mean, you rep it hard. There's a lot of Memphis artists that's come there that's done well. Who should we be checking for? Who on the, and it doesn't have to be from Memphis. Who's on the Juicy J radar that the masses probably don't know yet, but you know? Is that a hard question because you've been on the road so much? You've been.
Well, I mean, like it's a lot of artists I ran into. I'm just trying to think, you know, who I talked to. You know, I tell you one thing. I know this singer, this chick. She's out of Atlanta. Her name is Rain. Yeah. She's definitely she's hard. I mean, she goes in. I mean, she can sing and dance. I think you should definitely be on the lookout for her. It's somebody I met on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always on Twitter and I'm always keeping my ear to the streets and I.
Yeah.
You know,
no matter what you're doing, you're always.
Yeah. Listen, looking at YouTube's and she has an amazing voice. She's out of Atlanta. Let me see who else. That's up and coming.
Because I feel like personally, like 2 years ago, Kendrick Lamar was opening for Nipsey Hussle, and next you know, Kendrick Lamar is going gold. So there's these artists that are definitely rising up from the Weekends to the Frank Ocean.
Oh yeah. Would you ask me about somebody that's already got a deal?
Well, I'm saying someone that might have a deal but still isn't.
Oh, of course, yeah. Kendrick Lamar, man. Kendrick Lamar
Right.
is the guy. You know what I'm saying? He's that dude, man. Yeah. That's my homie, man. Kendrick Lamar, The Weeknd. I mean, you know, it's man.
I feel like there's a good breath of fresh
Space
air.
Ghost Perp.
Yeah, Space Ghost. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? ASAP Rocky. It's so many. Schoolboy Q.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
Casey Veggies. Man.
But do you feel that way too?
Trinidad James. Yeah.
Yeah, I just got turned on to Trinidad James.
Yeah.
Probably about a month ago. But do you feel that way too? Do you feel like hip hop has this really good new surgence of artists that are actually good?
Yes.
And that are actually not just, you know, I mean, like, even like, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of this guy, and you don't have to say yeah or nay on him, but I'm the biggest fan of Chief Keef, but I can understand it. I mean, I can understand to the fact of why people would like it, because, I mean, I remember the first time I ever heard Tupac, and my mom and dad looked at me like I was crazy, but I liked it. So I do understand some of these artists, and I think it's good for hip-hop.
I like Chief Keef, man. That's my homie, man.
Right.
I like Larice, all of them, man. I mean, like, it's a lot of great new up-and-coming talent, man. I salute to all of the youngins, man, because they doing their thing, they grinding, and they keeping this hip-hop alive, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I say, yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? These guys are making an honest living and making good money, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like, that's a blessing, man. I think, you know, that's like one up for hip-hop, man. That's you know, it's keeping things rolling smooth.
Yeah. Juicy J, thank you for coming through.
Yeah.
And like I said, man, all I can say is the door's always open for you, not just when you have a top 20 record. Anytime you're in town, you can always come through. And follow him on Twitter at @TheRealJuicyJ.
Yep.
And, you know, and like I said, if there's anything you ever need from us, we appreciate it. We've been huge 3-6 Mafia fans. And I know it's kind of crazy because we're a straight top 40, but,
it's all good.
you know, you know when you go to shows, like, you look at a crowd, you're like, oh, like, that girl knows her. I mean, I knows every single word.
I mean, a lot of people grew up on 3-6 Mafia,
Yeah.
man. So, you know, I mean, like, that group is legendary. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. You can be touring with Bon Jovi in about 15 years
Man,
and
I
just
hope so, man.
making that money. Thank you for coming through, my man.
Thank you, man.